Now, it's time for Spotlight on Business, where every week we put the spotlight on a different local business so you can find out how they serve you and the community. Now from Michiana's Morning News, it's Laura Smith.
Welcome to the Merchant Alliance Show for Downtown Elkhart. Everything you want to know on their fabulous website, dodowntownelkhart.com. I'm Laura Smith, and joining me today for the very first Merchant Alliance program of 2026 is the great Angie Rockenbaugh of Interior Motives and now Coldwell Banker. Hey there. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm so glad it's 2026.
Yes. Are you?
I am. I'm so done with 25.
Okay.
Let's move on. It's going to be a good year.
I mean, you do such a beautiful business during the holidays. I went to your beautiful store and it was just like, oh my gosh, it was so beautiful. It was teeming with people. I was getting gifts there and stuff for Christmas for people. And yeah, you just have honestly prettiest store anywhere. It is just so gorgeous. So now you're ready for 2026. And in the meantime, just fairly recently, you obtained your real estate license. How do you find the time?
You know, I get asked that a lot, but really it's not really that much more because I feel like they go hand in hand so well together that, yes, balancing has been a little bit of a learning curve, but the more I'm into it, the more it's becoming just more of a seamless integration of both careers. I love it.
Well, it totally makes sense, right? So I'll help you find your home. And you're constantly in new homes and different homes all the time because of your interior design business. Mm-hmm. So now it makes sense that you can help someone find their dream home. And then you're like, oh, by the way, you know, I have everything you need to turn this into your dream.
Right. And I think, too, just since becoming a realtor, it's really helped me as far as a designer approach a project because now I'm looking at it through a different lens and I'm asking more questions, you know, especially like how much time have you spent here? How has your lifestyle changed? But then I'm also asking, how long are you wanting to stay here? What is your vision? And then base the project not only on their budget, but in also their return on investment. So if they're looking to sell their home in the next 3 to 5 years, then we're just going to focus on that so that we're not putting them outside of what the price point would be for that particular neighborhood. It's going to be done well. It's going to look great, but then they're also going to have a good return on their investment when they do decide to put their home on the market.
Is it okay to make your house really, really beautiful, even if it's not in such an upscale neighborhood? Will you recoup your value of what you put into trying to design it, especially for yourself?
I think so. Again, it just depends. If they come to me and they're like, this is our forever home, then that's one thing. You know, we may go a little extra or go a little overboard because they're not planning to sell. But in the same token, I'm working on a project right now where they're thinking in 3 to 5 years they want to sell. So, okay, well, let's take these elements. And with that in mind, we'll do a beautiful design and a beautiful layout. But we're also thinking ahead to when it's time to put it on the market. It's not so personalized that it's hard to sell, but it's also not necessarily trendy. And then it's out of style in 3 to 5 years. We're doing the design based on their taste, but also the future, which is coming quickly. If that makes sense.
Yes, it does. It comes very quickly. And I remember just buying my new house 5.5 years ago. I can't believe it's been 5.5 years.
Know.
That's half of a decade. And I'm still calling it my new house. Mm-hmm. And yes, you do. And I probably am not a good example of what you like to do because I have totally personalized my home. There's not many people that like orange walls, but I do.
Yeah.
So I probably
love
wouldn't
what
change
you've done
it.
because it reflects you. But in the same token, you're not planning on leaving anytime soon either.
That is right.
Enjoy your home. Make it what you want it to be.
Right. So that's incredible. I heard that taking a real estate exam is really, really, really hard. Is that true?
Yes,
Someone went to an Ivy League school for a degree. I can't remember what it was. And she said the real estate exam was twice as hard as the Ivy League college that she went to.
Mm-hmm. It was. And actually, I think probably, I don't know if my experience was a little different than other people, but the circumstances with having taken that exam, it was just kind of unsettling. So you go in and they check your arms, they check your legs, they check, you have to take off your watch. You have to put everything in a locker, and you go in with a number 2 pencil and a calculator, and that's all you're given. And so it was kind of funny because they gave me a number 2 pencil that the eraser didn't work. And then they gave me a calculator that was solar powered and the lighting in the room was terrible. So it was kind of like, okay. But I did pass the national first time and I was pretty excited about that. It was the state that I, had a little bit of problem with. But I took a refresher class and the instructor told me you have to go into it with the mindset that you don't know everything. And that changed everything for me. So I took the state exam and it went great. And yeah.
Good for you.
Here I am. So.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah.
And now you're a licensed real estate broker. To add that to your beautiful interior design business. How many years have you been doing that now? How many decades?
Oh, don't make me sound old. I'm going into my 26th year as a full designer. So full-time designer. So it's gone so fast. I'm crazy to think that when I started this, my boys were 3 and 5, and now they're 32 and 30. And I have 3 grandkids and 1 on the way. And
oh my goodness. Well, that is beautiful.
Yeah,
but here's the other thing. You own Interior Motives on top of it. Not all designers have their own store. The tune of how many square 1,000 feet? Is it like 5,000 square feet or something? I mean, it's just an amazing store.
Yeah. And I think that's something else that helps set me apart from just being a realtor is the fact that I have a showroom so that I have furniture pieces that we can use and utilize for staging and things that we can add to just enhance the home as it's getting ready to be put on the market. And
speaking of staging, I remember when that was really big. Like people were actually foregoing the real estate licenses and they were becoming home stagers, which is like setting a house up so that it can be sold more easily. And so do you still get a lot of requests for staging?
Not as much as I thought I would, but I don't really promote it like I should. And that's something for 2026 that Michelle, my showroom manager, and I are working on is just getting ourselves more positioned to be able to stage more homes.
I think it does make a difference, too.
I think it does. And AI has given realtors the opportunity to stage homes in their pictures. But then when you go to see the home, it's empty. And I really think there is value to giving somebody the visual as they're walking through the space. This is what my home could look like. It's a lot easier for people to visualize something that's physically there versus I saw it online, but now that I'm seeing the house, it doesn't feel the same. And I just really do think that there's a lot of value to physically staging a home.
For sure. Makes people feel like, oh, this works. I could live here, you know?
Right.
Which is so neat. But then, so you're pulling in on all these modalities all the time, every day. And, the process of being a realtor, I mean, it's just so much more than showing homes. I have noticed that. I mean, there's a lot of work like outside of that that has to take place. So much paperwork. It's very technical.
It is. And I've learned by the end of my first year, it was the phrase, there is probably a form for that. And so there are so many documents that you have to make sure that you have your I's dotted and your T's crossed. And I have just an awesome mentor at the office that I work out of, and the team that's there, they could not be just more awesome than they are. They've just been so welcoming, and they are just there. They're available. They just want everyone to succeed. And I just am so thankful to be part of that team.
Absolutely. So you are in 2 physically different places at any given time, but you've learned to juggle that over the years. As I am sure, because I've seen you at your store with your grandchildren. So I know that you do juggle. And it's a wonderful thing, though. Really is. That's part of what makes Elkhart, just so hometown. And we get to know our shopkeepers and our store owners. And I just love that about it. I really do. I think, and the block that you're in is really very special historically with the buildings and such. And just the stores that are within, it's called the Suites at 224.
Yes. So we went ahead when we moved there 5 years ago already. I can't believe it. We moved there. I saw the space, and if you ever want to see what it looked like prior to the transformation, it's on my website. But I went there seeing a vision of what it could be. And then my sister also has a business called Corazon, and she was looking for a space to move so she could be more retail oriented. And so I looked at the space, I fell in love with it, I saw the potential, and then I went and got my sister and said, what do you think? And she's like, sure. So we rolled up our sleeves along with the rest of our family. We tore into the building, signed the lease in February, and we opened the end of May. And so it was a lot of hours and staples and nails and layers of flooring that we went through and made it what it is today. And so, yeah, now it's called the Suites at 224. And we have several businesses that are all women run, working out of that building. So we have, like I said, I have my sister in there and she has Corazon. And then, of course, Interior Motives is what I kind of think of as the anchor store. Erica Glasgow has Graze by Erica, where she does the amazing charcuterie boards. Then we have Spark Permanent Jewelry and Charm Bar, which has been a wonderful addition. We also have the Main Street Mercantile, which is great for the artisan type pieces that you're looking for. And then Gina Yoder's business, Gigi's on Main, is just the perfect store to round out the group of people that we have in that building.
It is so true. I
just couldn't ask for a better group of women to work with every day. And there's a lot of women and we all get along, and it just, the vibe that you feel when you walk in there, it's like my second home.
Oh, and ours too. And we're so grateful for it in downtown Elkhart. This is the Merchant Alliance Show, first one of 2026. Angie Rockenbaugh is here. Not only is she the owner of the beautiful Interior Motives showroom for interior design with the most gorgeous furniture and home decor you can ever imagine, but now she's a real estate broker for Coldwell Banker, so you can call her to help find you your next home. I'm Laura Smith. We'll be right back.
Podcasts by Federated Media.